This is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and thank you for joining my channel to our weekly report about Tesla and electric cars. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to all of my supporters and Patreons, and today we're going to talk about 5 topics. Quickly, the Model X delay, huge delay, the Biden administration commitment of $5 billion commitment to electric car chargers, which is very important, inflation and how it's going to impact Tesla and Tesla stock, an update on the Roadster, which is the most delayed program in Tesla's history, and of course the Model 3 and Model Y, incredible sale performance in California, which is just mind-boggling. So let's start with the Model X, and now looks like the Model X is going to be delayed for at least a year. If you order one today, you'll get it next year, the long-range model. The Plaid model probably towards the end of this year. So what happened? So according to Elon Musk, and I quote, "We dropped the ball badly regarding new Model X production ramp, and still haven't fully recovered. It was listen to this, it was idiotic to stop production of old Model X in December 2020 when there was still plenty of demand." He added, "The Model X is extremely difficult car to build, most complex passenger car ever. Limiting factor is interior trim." So as you recall, Tesla pulled out production of Model X and Model S for like a year. There was nothing going on. And there was a major refresh. Looks like Tesla Model S is now being sold in good quantities and all that. Mostly the Plaid, the wait time is about 4 to 8 weeks, which is good for Tesla. But the Model X was completely batched. If you recall, going back to 2016, Elon Musk said that the Tesla Model X should have never been made, and a car like this should never be made in the future, meaning it's such a complicated car. So there was plenty of demand for the old model, for the old way it was in terms of the interior. So we know the Model X, it's a very complicated car with the Falcon doors and all that. So it's really, sometimes if you ain't broken, don't fix it. And there was no reason to do it, and Tesla decided to do it. So it is what it is. And I think they'll come out of it. And if you really want to wait and you don't need the car right now and you want to get this one, it's just an incredible car. I've driven it many times, obviously with the old model, which is fabulous. And I saw the Model S Plaid. It's fabulous. So I think Tesla realized that they did something really bad in this one. Onto the Biden administration and the infrastructure bill that was passed, bipartisan infrastructure bill that was passed last year, over $1 billion, $1.2 billion. One of the monies that allocated in this bill is for public electric charges. Now, Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation, said it very beautifully the other day. There's a lot of advantages of electric chargers. Unlike gas stations, you can put them in the mall, you can put them in people's residence, you can put them on off the highways and all that. But the disadvantage is the rate of charging. So as electric cars getting more faster in terms of onboard charging, now up to 250 kilowatt, some even 350 kilowatt, the adoption of electric cars is really dependent on fast charging. And also what we call level 2, AC charging in malls, in public places, supermarkets and all that, which is very important for people who work in a certain place, work in an office building, can charge the car for the rest of it. That's what I do every day. I charge my car mostly at the place I work. So that is really awesome to expand this so people can adapt electric cars. I can tell you it's going to be like an allocation for each state that will submit plans of where to put public chargers. That really is a key. Now, I hate to brag, but it's not me, of course, that Tesla already has done it in a tremendous extent, not only in the United States, around the world. Really, you can drive a Tesla car anywhere. Now, I hope, and I don't know, but I think there might be an incentive for Tesla, and I know they're doing it in Europe, in Norway, in the Netherlands, in Germany, that you can use Tesla superchargers even if you're not a Tesla car. Now you will need an adapter. Not in Europe. In Europe it's CCS. It's a CCS system, so you don't need to walk around with adapters. But here, because of the proprietary plug, you will need to have an adapter, which exists. I know it exists in South Korea, but you need an adapter. That would be really, really great, because Tesla superchargers in the United States are all over the place. And I used to be big opponent against Tesla letting other cars, because we are very, very territorial, because there are lines. But in certain areas, there are just, there's never a line. I travel all the time. So it would be great if Tesla will get something from this, and they will allow, so they can build more, and in exchange to allow other cars that are not Tesla to charge. Onto inflation. As you know, inflation rose 7.5% year over year, and 0.6% month over month. That is high. The stock market reacted very badly yesterday. It really not crashed, but it was like the Nasdaq was down more than 2%. Now, as far as Tesla is concerned, now what do you expect from that? You expect interest rates to rise, so borrowing money is expensive. So to cool down the demand, so supply can catch up, and hopefully inflation will go down. Well, that will hurt profits of companies who need to rely on borrowing money. Now, Tesla is flushed with cash. They have so much cash, they don't know what to do with it. And so, are they inflation proof? No, but how it can affect it is like people borrowing money to buy a Tesla car. Now it's a higher percentage in terms of the car loans, so that can pull back for people who do not have cash to buy cars. They have to borrow the money. So that can be, so for the Tesla company itself, in terms of spending money and things like that, it's not going to be an issue. But for people buying cars, that can be a really, really issue. As you know, the demand for Tesla cars is through the roof. And by the way, new cars are not coming to any lots, and used cars are incredibly expensive. Some of them even more expensive than new cars, because you cannot find new cars. So it's going to be a rough few months, over even a year or so, until things can go down. So maybe the Fed is going to front load the interest rate now, maybe by 50 basis points instead of 25 basis points, and maybe go to a full percent in the next month or two. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Now, Tesla Roadster, the most delayed Tesla project, has got some news that I want to share with you from the chief designer. So Franz van Holzen's, the chief designer, he's a cool guy, he said, and I want to quote him, "We are working on the Roadster. I wish we were working faster, but also I wanted to say that in the time we have been developing it, we have also been learning a lot. Plaid is a great learning platform. That's what they use in the Model S. All those experiences will, make their way back into much better Roadster than had we launched right after we debuted it." I really don't understand this project. I mean, how many Roadsters are going to be sold for $250,000 and up, $50,000 down payment? So, I mean, obviously Tesla needs to have the effort in shipping Model 3 and Model Ys, because that's where the money is, that's where the demand is. It is a pet project. I don't know. It's obviously a car for very, very rich people, few thousands, that way. But is it a proof of concept? I don't think anymore, because Tesla has proven that electric cars are great, are faster, are better, more efficient, and all that. So I don't know if it's a waste of time. I think the Cybertruck should get priority, in my opinion. The semi-truck, because that solves real problems, because there is real demand for that. What is the demand for this car, except for a few people who are going to enjoy paying $250,000, $300,000, $350,000 for a car that Franz van Holzen said that will have a SpaceX package that will make it really fly a little bit. Is that really necessary? I don't know. I don't think so. These things don't impress me, but it is what it is. Last thing for this week, Model 3 and Model Y in California. And this is really stunning. So as you know, California is really the most highly competitive state for cars. Has been always this way. It's the biggest state in terms of population. So the competition there for cars is incredible. And in less than 2 years, which is stunning, really, it's like jaw-dropping, Tesla Model Y is now second place of the top 5, second place or to Toyota Camry, which is the most sold car in the world. So look at these numbers. Toyota at 61,599 units in 2021 in California. Model Y, 60,394. It's a virtual tie, basically. But look at number 5. Look at number 5, which is the Tesla Model 3, 53,572. So you put them together. This is like, it's not, I know it's not the same car, it's the same platform. Model Y is bigger, it's a small SUV and all that, I get it. But you know, look at them, you have to look a little bit closer to see which one it is. Sometimes I see them driving on the street, and I have both of them. I have the Model Y and Model 3. Sometimes you look at them and say, oh, is this a 3 or Y? So Tesla to be like number 1, if you combine these two numbers, number 1 for two cars that are very similar, it's just unbelievable. Now, yes, granted, Tesla is a California base. This is where they make them. This is where most of them are sold. But still, I have to say, and I'm telling you, take it a year from now, Tesla Model Y will sell more cars by brand in the world. Toyota Camry is now over 1.3 million, I believe. They will take them over within a year, mark my word. That is just stunning of how quickly, it just shows you that good sells. Good sales. There's no question about it. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this weekly update, and I'll see you next week.